Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Donna from Purple Pinky Promises. Welcome. We're going to be doing a project today that I think you'll find very fun. So welcome, welcome, and come on in. My big decision is to, which one I want to do first. So we're going to be working with these bold botanicals from Holtz. And I think I'm going to just, while I'm waiting for people to hop on here, I'm just going to start stamping. I have all of my pieces of watercolor cut down to 3.5 by 2.5. And which is the approximate size of the image that we are stamping. So what I'm going to do is just basically pop this on here. Just do the best I can. Whoops. Let's see. I hope it looks good from top to bottom. I'm not sure about side to side though. I feel like I should actually put this in the corner. Yeah, maybe I do need my all right, folks. I want to center it as best as I can on here without trying to be too OCD about it. But this is what we're doing. And maybe I do want to take the back side. I'll use some of this here. Just going to tape this down. I'm kind of making note of where it is. It's kind of 1/8 of an inch centered there. So I just want it to stay. That's what I want. Okay, in case I have to ink it twice. Just in case. You never know. So here we go. Because these, I am using these for the first time. And that is a possibility. Plus it's watercolor paper. And I am down here on the edge. Yep. Hope I'm on here. Where is everybody? Hello. I know I'm kind of, well, last week I was really early. Tonight I'm kind of still early. Earlier than I normally am. No, it's not quite. So hi, Lindy. Thank you. Yes, I did. I was tired of the heat. It's kind of getting long. Oh, and hello. Hello back to you. It was just getting so hot. I could not take the heat anymore. I was waking up sweating, that long hair, and I have really thick hair, folks, so it's kind of a pill during the summer, and I was putting it up anyway, so I just decided we're doing this. Well, come on now. Now I feel like I need to step on it. Does that sound familiar, Lindy? Just step on it. I feel like it needs more definition. So we're going to keep working at it here. I may move over the next stamp once I take this off. Well, that is kind of what it looks like, isn't it? But I feel like it needs to be darker. All right, folks, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to get at it this way. That's a little better. Maybe a couple more times. And we can get out of it a little bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna, even though I feel like, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I may not be happy with it, but that's, hi Pam, nice to meet you again. Yes, it was nice to meet you today. Thanks for joining me. We're doing these, so what we're doing today is we're doing these little mini note cards. And I'm just trying to stamp them up. That hinge area is always hard to get. It is, it's really hard, so I'm gonna move it over because I don't like dealing with it. So, we're gonna go this direction with it instead. Okay, go down in this way. I think we've got, so I'm just gonna leave it. I feel like sometimes it's too much work. And plus we're dealing with watercolor paper too, so we're not gonna get the crisp image that we're expecting when we're doing something on regular Nina or stamping cardstock. Now this is turning out a whole lot better, so I'm already happier with it. And plus that image is not really even, if you look at it, it's really not 100% like a crisp or anything like that, so. I could turn it over and try again. Hi, Linda. Hello, hello, welcome. So we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that it is not going to be 100%. I think it's also the watercolor paper that I'm using. So we are just going to deal with it. So these are fun, fun images. And yeah, we're gonna stick with it. Because the project that we're doing today is, we're doing some watercoloring, but we're just not doing traditional watercoloring in the sense of, we're going to use the, got ink on it already, oh well. Not in the traditional sense of watercoloring. We're going to play around with these watercolor pencils and some distress inks and Lunar paste. I even brought out some Lunar paste to play with because I had an idea on using the Lunar paste as well. So we're just gonna play around. I'm gonna see what kind of results that I get. And it's so nice to have people here with me. Thanks for joining me, Linda, Lindy, and Pam so far. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's gonna be interesting. For sure. For sure. Okay. And what is our last one? I might go one more after this. I will. That middle just really needs it. Come on. It's definitely the paper. It's not anything but the paper. All right, that's a little better. Woo woo. Okay. And plus, being little mini note cards, they don't have to be, well, you'll see what I'm talking about. Once we start our project, you'll kind of get what I'm talking about. Aw, Lindy. Lindy says, hi, Pam and Linda. Thank you, Lindy. She's always so nice and friendly. Okay. I think this one's my favorite by far. I like this image. Ooh, we went way down there, huh? I didn't mean to do that, but we're gonna do something pretty fun with this. So, okay, it's good. It's good enough for me and what we're doing. Alrighty, Friday. Get that out of the way. Clean those up later. All right, yoo-hoo. Oh, Linda says hi back. Linda says hi back to Lindy. Yay. All right. Stick this over here. Don't forget. All right. First one, we'll go back to the one that we did earlier. And I'm going to experiment. I'm thinking I'm going to try something really interesting with these. I'm going to go and tear the edges a little, not a lot, just a little, and get some rough edges going here while we let the others kind of dry. And I thought this would be kind of a fun way to present these card fronts. And look at this already, you guys. Grr. And it's gonna smudge. No. It's not dry yet. And wouldn't you know it, I already took home this was my first one too. It should be dry by now. Grr. It's watercolor paper, I'm telling you. Please don't tell me it's going to be a struggle. Sometimes the struggle is real, folks. That's too much. So I'm tearing these edges. Sometimes I get so caught up in what I'm doing, I forget that I'm not on the screen. So just tearing off very carefully. I don't want to tear off too much, and I don't want to smear too much. Set these out. Maybe the fans can get these dry. We'll just take these one at a time. So I took too much off of that one. Took my embossing, my heat tool home. So I can't dry them. Boo. All right, card number 1. So I am going to try using Lunar paste on this one. I know. Actually, no. No, we're not doing Lunar paste. We're going to do a different technique. We're going to get out a gel plate. I'll do the Lunar paste on a different one. I think I'll save the last one for Lunar paste. So we're going to get these gel plates out. And I'll use this one. So if you have one of these mats, the watercolor mat, do not stick this to this because it'll stick and it'll stretch it and ruin it. And so I'm leaving this plastic backing on and setting it down here. So what I'm doing first is I am taking some Kitsch Flamingo and I'm just going to put it down on my gel plate. And then I'm going to take some of my lumberjack plaid, and because this is darker, it's okay if I get a little bit of that pink in there. Oh, I forgot my brayer, folks. Story of my life. I gotta go get my brayer. I knew I forgot something. Be right back. So we're gonna get the brayer and we're gonna roll it upwards just a little. Trying to blend it. Clean this off. And then I'm going to go the other direction. So what I'm trying to do is achieve a blending of the two. So we're going to come down. And we'll see what we get. I'm going to pop this on here and just kind of press it. See what we come up with on the gel plate. And that's kind of pretty. So press it again and see, I got some of my black ink on there. No bueno. So I'm gonna go around and just add some color here and there. Note to self, I need to make sure, well, it wiped up, so it's fine. So we can keep doing this, and now we can go light, just go light. Let's see how that goes. I'm just gonna kind of put some pink on there. What would happen if we were to spritz it? Pam's saying, hi everybody, yay! Okay, let's just spritz this. See what happens. I am gonna test this and see if I have any more black ink on there. Yeah, I still have black ink. Still not dry, folks. Bad, bad. Still gonna spray it. And now we're gonna lift. I'm gonna get a paper towel. And I don't know what I think. It's pretty simple. And it's kind of different. I'm trying to think of what I can do with it, given what I've pulled out here. Hi, Candy. And hey, John. Hi. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm thinking I might pull out one of these these watercolor pencils. Maybe taking some of the red. Candied apple. Let's go with candied apple. Let's try it. And I'm just going to kind of color it. Excuse me. And see what we get as we kind of marry the two. And so it's already dark in here. So I'm going to take my watercolor pencil and kind of fill it and maybe light. Where it's already dark and kind of darken it. Maybe over to this side, I'll just go dark and lighten it up to kind of give it some shading. So let's see what we've got. I've got my watercolor brush. And so we're just going to kind of play with it a little here. So, being that we have watercolor paper, so let's see what happens with this. As we pick it up, we can pull it over here. Pick this up, pull it over here, and just kind of start filling things in. Get a little more saturation in some areas. Saturation of color, that is. And so now I'm getting brave. Let's see if we can get some pink going. Since I was using the Kitsch Flamingo, I'm going to pull out the Kitsch and go for it. Let's see what we get when we put the Kitsch in here. Let's see. So I need to clean off my brush. It's just not it's not very dark. It's a very light pink. I'm not thinking that it's going to make any difference, folks. Not much of a difference, at least. So it's really not. So no. But we do have that darker red here and there and in places to kind of help out. So before we start the next one, I feel like, and I was just going for red on one, just a solid red, and I'm not really impressed with this one. I don't know what else to do to it other than. So we're not going to do this on the next one. We're going to try something just a little bit different. I'm actually going to go and on this one, which one do I want to do? I'm going to do yellow on this one. So I'm going to go for my Salvaged Patina on this one. And I'm just going to go down on my mat directly and get this here. So spray it a little, not much, just a little. But first, remember, we need to make sure we get all this ink off of here first. So let's just make sure our image is not got sitting on top, and it still does. So that would, yeah, did I tell you that was Salvaged Patina I just put out? All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna pick up some ink here and there. I like this method a little bit better. I feel like I have a little more control. And that's kind of cool. I'm gonna go around the edges. Oops, I got some red on it. But that's okay because I'm gonna trim it. That just means I need to clean my hands. And now if I wanted to, I could actually go a little bit darker. So here's, now that my paper has got a little water on it, it's kind of wet, I could actually get it darker in places like that. So, and give it some different, now this one I am liking a whole lot better. There we go. So with this one, I'm actually gonna get some yellow in the middle. What do we have here? This is fossilized amber. I think I want a brighter yellow for this. So let's go with mustard seed. Pull this out. Clean this off. That one's fun. I like that. And let's go with some yellow in the middle. I'm just going to color it up. Then go back over it with some of that. Well, I like how that happened. That's cool. Maybe my red one would look better if I put some, if I splattered it. I was thinking maybe if I put some splatter on it, some white splatter, maybe that would be better. Maybe that would help it a little. I think I might do that. So, now we're gonna paint this up. Let's get all the color out of that, clean it up. We could put some orange in there too, couldn't we? We totally could. Let's see. We have spiced marmalade. We could get some little bits of orange. That's not good. That's bad. So we could just add a little bit of orange here and there to give it some interest. Up here. And now we'll just kind of blend that in. Here and there. And I really like that. That one's kind of cool. I like that one a lot. Okay. So I'm gonna rescue this watercolor pencil and my other image. So this one we're gonna do in some oranges and yellows. It's that one. I really like this one. White or some Gansai. Yeah, white Gansai Tambi was exactly what I was thinking of, Lindy. You read my mind, so I might splatter some on there. Yeah. I'm gonna try something. Okay, so let's do this one. We'll keep the spice marmalade out, and we'll use some mustard seed. What else do I have going on here? And I think I'll use some crackling campfire, an orangey red. No. I'm gonna reel that one in. What is this one? Barn door? No, I don't want to do that. I think we'll just stick to these two. And then some brown in the middle. Make it kind of like a true, so we'll go with orange. So here I'm using a direct method. I'm just going to color it up and just go for it. Oops. Folks, the struggle is real. Struggle bus. Forgot to clean my hands. And I forgot that we need to get the excess ink off of there as well. So. Yeah, I think white Gansai Tambi would look really nice. We could try some picket fence, but I don't know that it would give it the effect that I was really looking for. So let me dry that off. Okay. Back to task here. So I am gonna go for it all the way down, kind of like this. I'm following the lines. I mix some yellow in there. We'll see how this goes. But kind of mostly yellow or orange here around close to the center. And then pulling it out with some yellow. So we'll go with yellow, and then we'll blend it, and we'll see what we come up with. Oh, I didn't do any orange here. Feel like maybe stays on. I don't know. Would stays? Anybody else know if stays on would have been a better choice? Anyone got any advice? Any advice for me out there? I used this because it's good for watercolor, but the watercolor paper, it sat on top of it. It didn't really soak in much. Okay, I missed some orange on that one. And back to this. So it's not coming up on my pencils, which is a good thing. And now I'm gonna color my brown. So I'll have to clean off my brown. So, do I have any? Oh, I do. I have another brown. So we'll go with, so I've got Vintage Photo. And I'm gonna grab some walnut stain. So let's start with vintage photo in the middle, and then our walnut stain can be more around these darker edges. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, let's try it. Let's do this. Let's clean it off first. And let's go with our light colors first. Ooh, that's pretty. A nice blend. I like that. And see, we can come back in there and add some more orange if we want to. We can do that if we need to. And I need some more water. It's a little dry. That's pretty. I hope you guys can see that. There we go. It's really pretty. I'm trying to get my brush a little more saturated. I really like that one. Cool, cool. So sometimes, like my first one, it's gonna be a fail, and it's okay. Just know you're not failing in front of a bunch of people like I am. So allow yourself the space to make those mistakes. We all have to learn, and it's okay. This is actually my first time playing with these watercolor pencils, and I personally really like them, just saying. They are a yes, in my opinion. I do really like them a lot. So I like the combo of these two colors in this. It's really giving me a strong sunflower feel, and I really like that. So if I don't want it too strong orange, I just keep going back. Keep blending. I like that. I do. With a little pop of orange here and there. I like that. Okay, cleaning. Oh, thank you. Oh, this one's your favorite? Oh, I'm glad. Thanks. You guys are so encouraging. I appreciate that. I really do. So here we go. We're going with the dark. I probably should have started with that lighter color. And blended that first. Okay, let's go back. Let's blend it back this way instead. Let's blend it into the lighter into the darker. And I really like that a lot. Yes. Pretty. Sorry, I was off screen for a little. And there it is. I do like that. That's really cool. I might give it a little more vintage photo over here. Ooh, I like how that ended up because that gave it some shading. I like that. Except for now it's like smudged down the middle. I like that. Okay. Yes. Whoop, whoop. Okay. We're going to leave that one to sit. And we're going to tackle this last one. This may or may not work out. If it does not, oh, look what I did. Don't do this. Y'all didn't see this on camera. So just an FYI, if you have a puddle of water on your mat, don't let your distress crayons sit in it. Like right there. All right, let's go back down. Not good. Not good at all. Okay. Lesson learned. I didn't even know I had a pile of water up there. So I don't know how this is going to work, but in my head it works. Let's just see how it comes out on paper. We shall see. We shall, we shall. All right. Oops, what did I do? No. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm a little excited about this, you guys, because it was a really cool idea in my head. So I'm going to take a scoop of this. I'm going to put it down here on my mat. And this is Triple Berry Lunar Paste. Clean this out. Some yellow in it. I am going to put a little bit of water here just in case I need it. And I have some Royal Treatment, some Catherine Puller re-inker. And yes, I'm going to throw some in here to thin it out. It's purple, has a different shade of purple. I'm going to mix it in and see what we get color-wise. Now that color itself was really beautiful, just saying. But we thinned it out by adding the color. And you could actually probably thin it out using a like color so that you lose that particular color. I don't have any purple I don't have any of the purple. This is the closest I had purple lunar paste, okay? So I'm just saying that I did this because I wanted purple. And I'm trying this lunar paste to see what it looks like when we paint it on. And I'm just going in here like so. I don't know if anybody's ever done this before, but this was just an idea that popped in my head today. And I thought, well, how fun would it be to just try some lunar paste? So we're trying it. We may hate it. We may love it. We shall see. So I'm going to go lighter as I come out here. So I'm going to grab some water to lighten it up. I want a little bit of that sheen. And there's that. Add a little on my brush on the other side. So there we go. Let's try it some more. It's a very interesting concept, and I kind of like it. So we need some more water. So it does have a little bit of sheen in it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of cool. It's different. It's good to try different things. So I'm gonna go in there like so. So I do like it that you can still see the veins, or I'm going to call them veins. This lunar paste does clean up very nicely, I will say. All right, as we move in along here, so you can go as thick as you like. You're just going to have to repeat, but it does move if you add water, which is kind of cool. So it's moving out, moving along as I add water, and it'll come out and blend very nicely. It's kind of cool. I'm like trying to see the image. Okay. Anybody got votes for the color for the center? Yellow? Anybody got a vote? What color should we do for the center of this? I'm going to just kind of blend this in a little. So if you thin it out too much, you can always go back with the lunar paste, which is nice. Purple, yes, yeah, purple. Purple's my fave too, Linda. Any center color votes? I'm thinking either yellow or orange, but I'm kind of leaning more toward yellow for the center. Go light on that edge and then go darker over here. That's pretty. I like that. Yellow, I think so too. Gold, Linda, gold, candy gold. Oh, okay, I can do that. We can get out the Gansai Tambi and paint it gold. I'm planning on getting it anyway, so let's do it. We can do that. This is fun. This is a really fun. I like painting with this. This is interesting. Because you'll see that it has a sheen and a shimmer in it, just ever so slightly, which is kind of cool. Let's see. I might go back over it just a smidge. I kind of like having that sheen and shimmer on there. So I'm going back over it to give it that little shine, especially in the center there. All right. It's an interesting, it's not my favorite flower or image, I should say. I would be curious to see what this would be, I don't know how if I had a thicker cardstock, I might try this technique on a thicker one so that I could get more of a solid stamped image, if that makes any sense. And just be really careful with my water and see what I come up with. I might try it again. I kind of like that. That's cool. All right, let me go get my Gansai Tambi. And one of the things I could actually end up doing is taking, here we go. Thought process here is going in with black soot and coloring all these dark areas in with some black soot. And just see if that gives me that stark contrast that I'm really looking for. We'll just see. Let's give it a try. It doesn't hurt to try, does it? So I'm going to clean off my brush. I have a lot of brush foam. It's that Lunar paste. let's try this. Let's see what we have here. Well, that's interesting. I like it. Much improved. Yes. And if you can keep a steady hand, I'm going to trim this. I do like that. It's more dramatic. I like that. So, just pulling it up here to kind of, yeah, it makes it pop much better. I really, really like that. So I think I'm going to go in and fill in as well with this black soot in areas. I'll leave that center, but I think having it pop around these edges really, just really, and it's really going to make that sunflower pop too. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just filling it in. Did I color that? I don't think I colored that. Look at how much that pops when you fill that in. It looks really nice. I really like that. And I could even go so far as to just kind of filling it in here as well, if I wanted to. It's kind of cool, but I do like it a lot. Okay. So let's go get that gold. That was just an experiment. The black looks great. Thank you, Wendy. So let's go get that Gansai Tambi. Let's see what we've got going on with that. Two things we could do here is very carefully paint the center with some gold. Pick my, I'm going to go with yellow gold. And this just might be a two-part project. I might kind of pick up this next week and finish out what I was planning to do, because we're already at an hour. There's a little bit of work left to do. So, yeah. So I might kind of give this a start. This is already needing some more water fill. Clean this off. And I'm going to put some water in this pan. And we'll just go in here, pick up some gold. I don't really want it too wet. Bring this down here. I'm already getting water on my hand here, so I'm going to clean that up. So it definitely needs more gold. I think I have too much water in there. And I might just dot it here and there because this is pigment. It's going to cover up that black. And I may just go in here. And I have a little idea. I have a little bit of an idea for this. Let's see. It's turning out kind of pretty. I don't know if you guys can see this. Bring it up closer. See how that's filling in with a little gold there. And I think this will pop more if we fill in those black spaces. It'll really make it pop. So I'm just putting in this gold here and there. And I was thinking, where'd that pen go? I have this Sharpie. We have another pen here in the store. I wasn't able to find it. I was looking for it. And just kind of go in here and there with the pen and just kind of fill it out. And give it some pop. And I kind of like that already. It's just starting to pop. So just going in as much as I can with the gold. I do like the gold. Great idea for the gold. Whose idea was that? That was a great idea. I like that. So we can get an idea of how much better that's going to look once we let's just look at it as we're just going to do this one little corner, and I think I will continue. I'm going to continue this. Whoops. Next week, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with these. We might fill in that a little bit more with some more gold, but I'm gonna splatter, I'm definitely gonna splatter up. I'm gonna splatter up the, I'm gonna fix that because I got black on the tip of that. Now we need to clean that off. I'll splatter up that red. I think, actually, if I colored in some of that black, it might make it pop a little bit better. So, sorry guys. So maybe that would help this a little bit. I think it might. So I may work with this next week some more. But let's color this and see what we get. Much better. So much better. Most definitely. Try to get my tip in there. Very careful. Excellent. Yay. I love it. I like that a lot. So we will pick up here next week. We'll definitely pick back up next week. And we will finish this out. I'll go ahead and fill in all the black spaces. Now that you've seen what I've done, I'll fill in the black and we'll finish out the project. And I think you're gonna really like what these turn out to be used for. So, yay, woo woo. I really do. This one's really gonna pop when the black is added to it, because this one was much, much better once the black was added to that. So, yay, happy with that. Very happy. Awesome. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Yay. I certainly appreciate it. It helps so much to have people here with me. And I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week. Take care. Bye-bye.